guys, I've been to Copenhagen in December. I am a huge fan of Danish food traditions and culture, and I would like to share everything with you in today's video. I hope I will give you some ideas for your future Copenhagen trip, and I hope that after watching this video you will get more interested in studying and finding out more about the Scandinavian culture and lifestyle, because it is said that Danish people are the happiest people in the world. So I think that we have a lot to learn from them. Everything's ready, so let's go to Copenhagen, guys. Here I was showing you the view from the balcony from our room. We had a great view and we could see maybe the most important things in Copenhagen from our balcony, like the city center, trains, and everything was so close. We had a couple of supermarkets and a lot of restaurants next to the hotel that we stayed in. We've made an excellent choice by booking this hotel because it was literally 200 meters away from Tivoli Gardens amusement park, and it was clean enough, and it had all the facilities that we needed, like a baggage room, so we could just leave our bags at the hotel before checking in and after checking out, and enjoy Copenhagen for a couple of more hours. If you are thinking of booking a room at this hotel for your trip to Copenhagen, I can tell you from my experience that it is placed in a great touristic area, but it gets a little bit noisy during daytime and even at night, because you have the railway exactly in front of your room, and it is placed in a busy area with trains, buses, cars, streets full of people. And I was really happy to find out that even though the food is really expensive and the cost of living in Denmark is really high, staying in Copenhagen for like 3 days is not gonna get you broke. Speaking of accommodation, you should carefully choose your accommodation in your area of interest, as Uber and Bolt are unavailable in Denmark. Uber and Bolt withdrew from Denmark because of the national taxi law that required all taxis to have fare meters, video surveillance, and seat sensor. However, don't worry if you don't find or if you can't afford accommodation in the area that you are interested in, because Copenhagen's public transport is reliable. They have metro, buses, and S trains, and they can all be accessed with the same ticket. All you need to know is how many zones you will pass on your journey. The public transport infrastructure in Denmark is one of the most efficient ones in the world, so you will get to your destination by bus, metro, or S-train safe and happy. Moreover, you can also travel around the city by a local taxi. For example, to get from Copenhagen airport to the city center, you have many options. You can take the train, the bus, or a taxi from the airport. In our trip, we chose the bus to get to our hotel from the airport, and we bought the tickets from the tickets machine in the airport, which accepts card payments or cash. The ride was cheap, 60 Danish crowns for 2 people, and it took 20 minutes to reach our destination. Always remember to buy public transport tickets before boarding the train or metro or the bus. Anyway, if you need help, you can always count on the staff next to the ticket machines. They are there to guide you in your journey. I went to Copenhagen 2 times, and every time they were happy to guide me and answer my questions about the tickets, and this is one of the things that I love about Denmark, people's kindness. There are so many other things that I love about Denmark. I already feel that this vlog is too short to express my enthusiasm, but I will try to cover as much as I can. You can also buy your bus, train and metro tickets online. Download the app DOT Billetter in the App Store and Google Play and pay for your tickets on the go.
This year, I went to Copenhagen in December because I wanted to see the Christmas lights and decorations and to visit Tivoli Gardens and Nyhavn. I stayed there for 2 nights and almost 3 whole days, and I think that it was enough time to visit everything that I had in plan to visit. I am also a Danish food lover, so I really wanted to go there around Christmas and have lots of risalamande, the Danish rice pudding mixed with whipped cream, vanilla, and chopped almonds, and made using rice pudding prepared the day before. It is a traditional Scandinavian Christmas dessert which is commonly eaten after the evening feast on December 24th. On Christmas Eve, Danish people have a tradition to play a game while eating the risalamande for dessert. A whole almond is hidden into the dessert, and the person who finds it wins a small prize. I've spent 2 Christmas in Denmark. The first one when I was 10 years old, and the second one this year in Herning after visiting Copenhagen. And I can tell you that playing this game on Christmas Eve is really fun, and I think that it is amazing that Danish people find so much joy in everything and that they always have such positive vibes. Another Danish Christmas dessert that I love is called æbleskiver. I tried these Danish pancake puffs this year for the first time and they became one of my favorite things to eat for dessert. The name literally means apple slices because it is said that long time ago they were filled with apple, but in time the filling disappeared and we got the apple skewer we know today. Apple skewer is one of the most popular Danish Christmas treats, and even though it is not usually found in restaurants because it is mostly prepared at home at family gatherings, I still found it at Flamen restaurant. You can still easily find risalamande at many restaurants in Denmark in December. Speaking of food, I would like to recommend you my favorite steakhouse in Denmark, Jensen's Bøfhus. Jensen's Bøfhus is a Danish steakhouse chain consisting of 33 restaurants all around Denmark, Sweden, and Norway. You will find there amazing steaks as well as traditional Danish food, and if you give it a try, don't forget to order Jensen's sauce, my favorite sauce ever. If you go to Jensen's Bøfhus in December, you can try risalamande as they have it on the menu, and if you don't, I can recommend you another delicious dessert that is always on the menu called Queen's Delight. On the first day of my trip, I visited the city center, also known as the heart of Copenhagen. Even though it was terrible weather because we landed in Copenhagen just a couple of hours before Storm Pia took control over Denmark, I really enjoyed the Christmas decorations and the positive vibes of this country. If you go to the city center, you will find there many shops all around, and I had enough time to find some really nice Christmas presents. Whenever I go to Denmark, it feels like a breath of fresh air, and the Danes are classified as the happiest people in the world for a lot of reasons. Danish people are known as the happiest people in the world because they grow up in a healthy society where equality is the key word. They are really well educated, open minded, and extremely trusting. Also, they have excellent healthcare system and social security system. I felt like whenever I entered a Dane's house, I was truly welcomed and they made me feel so relaxed and equal. They will treat you with so much respect and they won't judge you or try to invade your personal space. I think that we all have a lot to learn from their behavior, and that is why I recommend you to visit Denmark at least once in your life and spend enough time there, or get one of the many books that were written to help us learn from the Danish culture and lifestyle. Titles like The Almost Nearly Perfect People, The Little Books of Hygge, How to Be Danish, The Danish Way of Parenting, How to Hygge will help you get a little bit happier. Whenever you enter a Dane's house, you will find there an atmosphere of hygge. Hygge is a Danish concept, and in a few words, it means creating a warm atmosphere and taking time to enjoy the time you spend with your dear ones and to enjoy life's quieter pleasures. This concept has some principles, and as I have already told you, there are many books focused on teaching you how to bring hygge to your life. I've already bought the little book of Hygge, and I discovered there many ways to create my own comfort and a relaxing atmosphere around me. According to the little book of Hygge, hygge is the sensation you get when you're cuddled up on a sofa, in cozy socks under a soft throw during a storm. It's that feeling when you're sharing comfort food and easy conversations with loved ones at a candlelit table. It's the warmth of morning light shining just right on a crisp blue sky day. The Little Book of Hygge introduces you to the principles of a simple and happy Danish life, and it gives you some ideas of how to implement these principles into your life. Some advices are: get comfy, take a break, be here now, turn off the phones, turn down the lights, bring out the candles. Build relationships, spend time with your tribe. Give yourself a break from the demands of healthy living. Cake is definitely hygge. Live life today like there is no coffee tomorrow. In order to live a hygge life, Danish people always take care to create a hygge atmosphere at home, and they choose their lights and home designs very carefully because of that. It has been demonstrated that one of the secrets to happiness is bringing hygge into your life, to enjoy the simple things, and to live in comfort. If you are planning to visit Copenhagen, remember that besides the city center, you must visit Nyhavn, Christianborg Palace, the zoo, planetarium, Tivoli Gardens amusement park, and why not do some shopping at Magazine du Nord? If you are interested in visiting all the attractions in Copenhagen, or at least a lot of them, I recommend saving money by buying Copenhagen City Card so you can see more and pay less. You just have to download their app or go to their website, buy the city card, and then activate it. Then you will have access to all the attractions with this card. You can buy the Copenhagen card for a number of days that you choose. You get to choose a number of days between 1 and 5, and the prices start from 62 euros, and they say that you save 30% on average with a 72-hour card. I bought a 72-hour city card first time I've been to Copenhagen, and what I liked the most about this card was that the public transport was included in the price of the card, so I kinda had free access to metro, trains and buses with this card. I just didn't have to pay anything else to use the public transport. In my second day in Copenhagen, I visited Nyhavn, Christianborg Palace and Tivoli Gardens. They are not far away one from another, so I walked to see all these three attractions. As you can see in the video, Tivoli Gardens look spectacular. It was just one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to in the holiday season. It was really crowded though, and everyone was having a great time, from kids to older people. I loved to see that older people didn't forget to have fun, to play games, and to take care of their inner child, and this feeling was heartwarming. There is also a food court in Tivoli, so you can treat yourself with anything you like. because you can find there tasty food from all around the world, like Japanese food, Chinese food, Italian food, burgers, pizza, pasta, and there are also a lot of restaurants, pubs, and bars in Tivoli, so you can get warm with a hot chocolate or some mulled wine. I had my mulled wine in Nyhavn at one of that cozy terraces and my hot chocolate in Tivoli. Nyhavn and Tivoli Gardens were the places that I liked the most in this December trip, and I was really excited to have the opportunity to enjoy the Christmas market in Nyhavn. This Christmas market is one of the many Christmas markets in Copenhagen, and it is a village across Copenhagen's famous waterfront where you can buy or simply admire local crafts, traditional foods, and freshly baked treats. You can also have a magical boat tour from Nyhavn, but I didn't get the chance to enjoy Copenhagen by boat this time because of the bad weather. Nyhavn is an iconic spot in Copenhagen, maybe the most famous spot in Copenhagen, and it is known for its colored townhouses and the boats. Nyhavn has an amazing history of more than 350 years, and nowadays the colored houses were transformed in bars and restaurants, and the area became a touristic one. So, this place might be the perfect one for your Instagram picture or for some fresh beers. Nyhavn means the new harbor and is also the place where people can embark for a 1 hour cruise along the Copenhagen's waterfront and canals. You can see more images of Nyhavn and my walk in the area previously in this vlog. Tivoli Gardens is the third oldest amusement park in the world and it opened in 1843. It gets really festive at Christmas, as you can see in the video, but it is still worth visiting throughout the entire year. While you visit Copenhagen, don't forget to enjoy the roller coasters in Tivoli and all the games there. As I have seen this December, Tivoli is not a place just for children but for everyone who wants to have fun. According to their official website, Tivoli is ready to welcome you with fun rides, thousands of colorful flowers, spectacular concerts, captivating ballet and theater performances, delicious culinary delights at more than 30 restaurants, and unforgettable memories for the whole family. Besides all of this, don't miss their Christmas market. That is one of the best Christmas markets in the world. Definitely worth seeing. Tivoli is closed from the 1st of January until March 22nd every year, but if you are still interested in visiting Tivoli in March, you can enter their website and you will find there many offers. If you choose to buy an official Copenhagen City Pass, the one that I have told you about previously in this video, then don't worry because Tivoli entrance is included in this city card. Another thing that I love about Copenhagen and about Denmark in general is that it is so well designed and it looks so clean and elegant. The Danish design is a famous one and it is characterized by elegance, simplicity, functionality, and minimalism. I am a minimalism lover, so the Danish design is definitely for me. Copenhagen became the world capital of architecture in 2023 and it represents an architecture and design ideal in the entire world. Classified as an example of good taste for the entire world, the capital of Denmark proves that a design based on comfort and functionality meets the needs of the society and individuals. Copenhagen is also the greenest and the cleanest city in the world. While some people think that Netherlands is the country with the most cyclists, others know that this is a misconception that needs to be cleared up, and that the city with the greatest number of cyclists is Copenhagen. Just imagine that 62% of Copenhageners go to work or to school using the 675,000 bicycles in the city. By 2050, it is estimated that half of all journeys across Copenhagen will be made on a bike. Also, Copenhagen views electric vehicles as a good option for transportation, but the government still chooses to invest more in the city's cycling infrastructure. Copenhagen's iconic landmark is the Little Mermaid statue, inspired by the story written by Hans Christian Andersen, the famous Danish writer. I think that this landmark should be on your list as well, but don't forget to get there early to avoid the crowds and to get the perfect picture of the bronze statue. It is located a little bit far away from the city center, so be careful to take enough time to visit everything you are planning to visit. I think that another factor that brings happiness into Danish and Scandinavian people's lives is represented by the unofficial Danish law that says no one is better than the others. It is called Yante, and it is Danish for the law of Yante. It plays a key part of the Danish culture and mentality where everyone is accepted and equal. Speaking of equality and about how open minded Danish people are, you should know that Denmark became the first country to legalize same sex unions in 1989. Going back to Janteloven, you may often hear about Janteloven if you spend time in Scandinavia, and this concept is also used in Norway, Sweden, Iceland, and Finland. Understanding Janteloven means understanding history and understanding the present as well. The 10 laws of Yante are: do not think you are anything special. Do not think you are as good as we are. Do not think you are smarter than we are. Do not imagine yourself better than we are. Do not think you know more than we do. Do not think you are more important than we are. Do not think you are good at anything. Do not laugh at us. Do not think anyone cares about you. And do not think you can teach us anything. The idea of Janteloven first found its name through the work of Danish-Norwegian author Askild Sandemose in his 1933 book A Fugitive Crosses His Tracks. In the novel, Sandemose tells the story of a fictional small Danish town, Yante, where all individuals are expected to subsume their identity to the group. Though he first articulated the concept, Sandemose argues that this is something that can historically be found throughout the villages and cities of Scandinavia. If you are interested in finding out more about the Scandinavian culture, mentality, and lifestyle, I recommend this book, which is basically an analysis of Scandinavia. It is called The Almost Nearly Perfect People Behind the Myth of the Scandinavian Utopia. The author tries to understand why are the Danes so happy despite having the highest taxes, for example, and how easy it is to be a Scandinavian. I think that the Danish lifestyle is really interesting and that studying it can boost our happiness.
That's it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I kindly ask you to like this video. Don't forget to hygge, to bring happiness into your life, and to always work on your ability to understand others, because this is what we have to learn from the Scandinavian lifestyle, mentality, and culture. Also, please leave a comment, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you next time.